Hi guys, it's your friends Caroline and Rashi.
Yes,
welcome back.
So excited that you are here. I feel like we're overlapping what we were talking about right there.
Yeah. We're so glad that you guys are joining us every day. We put out social media. Rashi made a really
like so many other facets to us. So
I love this.
Anyway, I'm really glad that you're here. I rushed to get ready because I went to my son's school. He had a Indian too. Like, can you believe that?
Were they like, are you really? Or
yeah, they were like, what? Like, you know, because he can kind of look like not Indian. I mean, you know, like he looks.
Both of your kids could go
either way.
Either way, yeah.
But here's what I was gonna say, which was so profound, Caroline. I didn't even tell you this. So, because we actually are just talking for the first time, like right now. So I'm there, and it's in his classroom, and he goes. He said his teacher's name. And he said, you know what? My mom, she works at Fox 26. She's an anchor at Fox 26. So she works at night. Isn't that so cool? And I'm like,
aw, he's proud of you.
Yes, like I have all this mom guilt, which I know you guys have, like, you know, guilt as parents, like not going to certain things, but like I have never ever heard him. Yes, well, I got to hear that, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yes, and I actually, before I got into this career, I thought it was like really cool that people worked at night or worked like super early in the morning. Now I'm like,
it's a whole different.
It's not cool. No, it's not bad though.
Yeah.
I enjoy my mornings. I know you're like crazy with the kids.
Well, I mean, it's all about it's really all about scheduling. So, I mean, if you just schedule your time, like I schedule my time for work, so you know, it's.
I don't know how people who work like 9 to 5s get their teeth cleanings done and stuff.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, because like you're gonna have.
We have all day until we come into work.
Right, we can get stuff.
I mean, we're doing a million things, but
still, like you don't have that.
You used to do that though. She used to do it. You said this is why because like I understand, like I feel you for what you do, but you're like, oh, I used to like
other.
Because your body's changing and it's like crazy.
Yes,
yeah. But if she wanted to, she could have worn like the a dress like you have now. And
like it'll be fine.
That would be fine. But your
so please don't think I've been in trouble before. I
wonder how I'll feel like when or if that day comes for me.
Well,
like,
what's gonna be?
You know?
Yes. And so I'm like having to act like I don't want to vomit all over the place, and then 2,
you were working morning news at the time too, which is so she's literally on air at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning
to like 10. Yeah, and anyway, so that's hard. But then like, how are you supposed to? But then people would comment like, "Why is she wearing baggier clothes?" And then when I told people I was pregnant, like, you know what? I was thinking, you know what? I knew, you know.
And then you're like, your body's doing all these crazy things. And you have to read
like I started looking at that, and people even at work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I knew something was off with you. Like I knew like you were gaining a little weight here. You would people just like openly just say so. So I mean, I'm not nowhere near Amy Schumer caliber.
They did not.
I'm just like, oh yeah.
My friends.
And they announce what they're having.
3 months on the dot. They post it.
No, like 10 weeks.
Wow.
They're like, we are. Yeah. So anyway, it's
that has been my 8 years, and people would make comments. It would always be like,
but it's okay if you're a size 8 or 12 or whatever.
Yeah, they
14.
Would be like,
it's like,
oh, you look a lot smaller in person. You look bigger on air.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, you lost weight. Your face has been looking skinnier on it. I'm like, just let me be.
Yeah.
Just let me be comfortable.
Yeah. Like, or you got those childbearing hips. Like,
oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, yeah. So one time my uncle almost got I swear he almost got in a fight with somebody because they made a comment like, oh, you're much thinner than you look on air or something like that. Something along my uncle's like, what? And I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. My parents have obviously like experienced that being with me, like all the comments, but my uncle was like,
what? Yeah. Anyway, you just love yourself the way you are.
Yeah, any size is fine.
It's okay. But I wish I had the confidence now that I have.
Yeah, and bodies change. Yes. My body's still changing like all the time.
Yeah.
Who cares?
No, it does, and it's okay. It's fine. Like, yeah.
Anyway, I'm not glad she addressed it, but like she kind of just spoke out and was like, it is what it is. This is what's going on. I hope that Amy Schumer's healthy.
Right.
I thought she looked fine as usual.
Yes. And it's just, I just wish people were more like graceful about it.
Yeah.
Like my mom had to take a bunch of steroids after her open heart surgery, and she got what was called like a moon face.
Oh, yeah.
And she was so upset about it. Wow. So upset. But you have to take the steroids. You have to take all that. And it's like,
especially for that.
Yeah, she's still my beautiful mom, you know.
Dealing with other health things, like she mentioned.
But she's on camera, like, you know, and like good for her for like posting stuff also about like pregnancy and like postpartum, she was like on her period and she posted like, this is me bloated, like whatever. And it's like, all right, just, you know, anyway. Well, I wanted to talk about this because it was really interesting. This new survey finds that some Gen Z workers would rather turn to artificial intelligence to get career advice instead of talking to their bosses.
But oh my gosh, I have the closest friends from that job, and like that was so positive, and that's what gets you through.
Right.
And if you can make it through, even though it's so hard, like it really is eventually going to make you stronger.
Yes.
I feel almost at this point, 8 years in, that there's nothing I haven't really heard at this point.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, same. It's crazy.
So,
and there's people that have you know, that horrible boss. She was a boss of one of my other coworkers, and we were all very close because we're all like in this together.
Yeah.
And he's now the news director at a competing station here, and so I'm so happy for him. And
see,
you know,
we don't have time for that.
And the thing with thick skin, I'm just going to be mindful about this part, like, is that it's not about thick skin, more of how you process it, because all these things have to be processed, but it's about how, like, for instance, we might have had a boss that might have not liked an outfit that we were wearing. Well, the process, it's not a thick skin, I'm not just going to ignore you. It's more, but I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's more of like, well, that's her opinion and I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And that's how we think.
And then sometimes they're just mean and telling you that your body looks crooked on set and that it actually is crooked, so we can't really fix it. You can just think to yourself, I wonder what this person has really gone through in their life. I wonder what has happened in their day today to make them speak to me like that, and then kind of just move on.
Yes. And I say the same thing too. Instead of I wonder,
people say hi. They, you know, just ask you how your day's going. If like, you know, you need something, someone's there. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
people
it's just
are
like
so
the
nice
little
here.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so cool to
It really is.
work in an environment where people aren't just telling you that you know, there's something wrong with you.
Well, and it's also really cool because, so when I drop off my son, it's like in elementary school, they're already teaching them like the manners, and they're teaching them like, good morning, have a great day. Like when the car rider line, when they, you know, when the person, whoever's in charge, like the little kids, they're like, have a blessed day, or like, you know, all this. So it's like, good morning, we're gonna have a great day today. Oh my gosh,
when you were in elementary school, did they make you say like, good morning, Mrs.
Yes.
Vats? Like if they walked in the classroom?
Right, yeah.
Wow, I'll never forget that. Good morning, Miss.
Yes, and then it's like, today they were like, the teacher's like, waterfall, shh.
Does that quiet them down?
I'm down.
Do they all go shh?
Yep.
Wow,
that's what we're gonna do.
Calm already.
That's what we're gonna do at home.
Little things. It's those little things that, like, what a great teacher. Wow.
It is. I know. I love her. She's great.
Does Brian seem happy?
He loves her. Yeah.
Good.
He was really good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't believe we went on for 30 minutes.
I know. 30 minutes. We love you guys. Yes. That was like a deep conversation today.
It was. Yeah. So anytime that you're stressed out, just do waterfall.
Shh. Bye. Have a great weekend.
I'm Rashi Vats, and after our rain today, we have chances in the forecast of happening overnight that might remind us of the winter weather. Civil search crews paused their search for little Audrey Cunningham. She's 11 years old. She was reported missing from Livingston and was last seen yesterday morning, and family members say that she didn't return home from the school bus. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle joining us live in the studio to break down what authorities are saying. Hopefully we'll get some leads soon. Well, a New York judge has ordered former President Trump to pay more than $350 million in a civil fraud case. He says that he may never work rideshare again after he was attacked by a passenger. In the city, say that 2 teenagers are getting charged with crimes connected to the mass shooting at the Chiefs Super Bowl rally. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announcing the construction of a military base near the border earlier today. Average of $3,000. Most people look forward to getting a tax refund, but the IRS is warning taxpayers to watch out for some scams promising to get you a bigger refund or steal it all. Only on Fox, BARC and HPD are dealing with 2 horrific cases of animal cruelty in as many days.
Fox 26's Randy Wallace is joining us now live from BARC.
Attorney General Ken Paxton will go to trial in a securities fraud case on April 15th. Learned he won't have to worry about a third-party challenge.
And as Fox News correspondent Lucas Tomlinson reports tonight, this news happening on the same day he fulfilled a promise to visit the site of a devastating train derailment last year.
first 911 call was made 56 years ago. It was placed by an Alabama state politician in Haleyville, Alabama. For you tonight, a harmful pesticide used on wheat and oat products is turning up in popular breakfast items.
As reporter Teresa Priolo tells us, that chemical has already been found to cause reproductive problems in animals.
Spectacle out there. And I know, Anthony, this will be your first time.
First one, and I have nothing to wear.
Well, we gotta fix
I have
that.
nothing to wear.
Next week, right?
I gotta get some boots and get myself together.
Yes, absolutely. There's plenty of options in Houston.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's make it happen.
Yes.
Retail sales tumbled last month, and toy makers were hit especially hard. Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti is at a toy store in New Jersey to find out what's behind this drop. We are counting down to the 66th Great American Race, and so far the Daytona 500 is still a go for Sunday afternoon, which you can watch right here on Fox 26. But the weather is already impacting things out on the Speedway. Our sister station over in Orlando talked to people who are ready, rain or shine. All right, well, thank you. NRG Stadium is undergoing some improvements as Houston prepares to host 7 matches for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
For the first time, a major sports star is trading in his cleats for a controller.
Fox's Emin Digman explains in this edition of our Fox on Games series. If you have those Disney VHS tapes boxed or laying around in your house, you're going to want to hear this because some people are selling them for thousands.
A bit of nostalgia here. Fox's Caroline Coles looks into how people are trying to cash in on the magic of Disney. All right, that'll do it for us here tonight.
That's right, Caroline Collins.